What's up guys, welcome back to CardSpot. My name is Ethan and it is time for some Gladiator Beasts on the Ranked Edison ladder. Currently 466 on the way to 1000. We know that the ban list isn't going to be till after Worlds, so we have some extra time. Let's get into the deck. So this is our current build. I haven't made any changes from last time. I'm actually still kind of liking it, so I'm enjoying the extra spell trap destruction. Still a little iffy on the morphing jar. It has its moments, but let's continue on. Let's get into some matches and see if we can get some wins. Alright, we're up against Tao Dao. Gonna hit it off with the rock. Ooh, get papered, so we are gonna go second most likely. Hope you guys don't mind the new camera setup. It's just had a little bit of a change up in the office, so changing up the cameras. So we open Bestiaria Quest, Compulse, Starlight Road, Call of the Haunted. A pretty good going first hand. Can be interesting going second. So let's see what the opponent has for us. There we go. Standby main. What are you going to... sure. Yes. They're going to set one and pass the turn. Pretty strong start. Ooh, but that's a pretty good start as well. Okay, so our options are Bestiaria Request, Test Tiger. We can Murmelo this fortress. So we could... It's not great, but we could summon out the Request, set the 3 back row, and then special out the Test Tiger. So the only rip from our hand is the Bestiaria, which we don't care too much about. I think we summon out the Request first, see what the back row is, and then, like, if it's bottomless or whatever, then that changes things a little bit. Otherwise, yeah, and we have a Starlight Road if they try and Heavy Storm. I think that's okay, so let's normal summon the Request and see if this gets met with a bottomless or anything from the opponent. But it does not. Okay, so let's go special out the Test Tiger next. And we will declare Test Tiger and see if that's all good, which it looks like it is. So we'll go... I have bungled it already. Okay. Jeez. Alright. You know what? It's not the end of the world. They might... Let's see what they hit from our hand. Let's see. Maybe they still hit the Bestiari. We will show them the old handage. I'm guessing they probably take the Compulse here. That's kind of the only point of interruption that we have. And hitting the Bestiari for them with the Call of the Haunted is no good. I can't believe I just bungled that play. Sorry guys, that is poor. Here I was trying to come into this like, right, I need a... That's just a huge bungle right there. Yeah. That's inexcusable. They're really having a good look at our hand. They're going to choose the Starlight Road. Okay, sure. Let's go to spell the trap. Oh, it's just a grave, isn't it? Yeah, it's not shuffled back. Yeah. Okay. In that case, let's just try and get in here. Probably tag out to Retiari and banish the fortress. But we will see. They got an E-tally. We have no response to that. So let's see, they're going to just go for a Krebons and then negate our attack. It's interesting. It's banished in the end phase. But I guess that does make sense. They pay 800, they negate our attack. Yes, it is. Okay. So we will redeclare. Getting a little bit of lag off the old dueling. Oh, come on, man. You can't just put it in defense and then... Oh no, I'll put it in attack mode. That's a bit cheeky. Alright, we're just going to set 2 here, which they do know, and we'll pass the turn. The Krebons gets banished, and they start their turn with 4 in hand. They go for the Heavy Storm. I'm going to activate the Compulse on the Murmelo so that we can save that for later. And then they're going to Gold Sark here. Let's see what they banish. What a bungle. We could have done that whole play without the opponent knowing our back row. And we would have had a Starlight Road for the Heavy Storm. They're going to banish a Future Fusion. Yeah. do they have something to pitch for Fortress? No, they're just going to pass. Alright. Oh, Chariot's a nice draw off the top. Okay. Probably want... Ooh, it's kind of tempting to put the Bestiari back in the deck because we might want it for the Future Fusion. Although I suspect the Future Fusion is probably going to be for like a Chimera tech where they can dump all their Jinzo returners and bring out Jinzos. So that's slightly problematic. They have a Fortress Engrave. It's probably still nice to get that Retiari'd away. I'm going to summon out the Bestiari because they do know about it and it gets around the back row and it, well, no back row so it can't get bottomless and we can get in for maximum damage. We do lose a little bit more into Gauze doing this, but let's see what happens. Unfortunately the Murmillo is in hand, so they're going to take this attack. Alright, they do. They're going to drop a Gauze. No. Alright, cool. Let's declare Bestiari and go and get a Retiari to... Oh, didn't misclick there. Let's try and have a sneaky little look. Do we want to go for Retiari here? They do have big guys and we don't have anything to back it up with. We just have a Chariot. But it's like, if we just go for anything else, it's kind of not getting us anywhere. Yeah, we'll go for a Retiari. And declare it and banish this fortress. Main 2, we're going to set this Chariot and pass the turn, and that goes turn 1 on their Gold Sark. They have 3 cards in hand. Kind of reading a weak hand, yeah. They're just trying to wall up to get to this Future Fusion, which we need to find an answer for. Because they're going to get that next turn. And then they're going to summon a whole bunch of machine boys. We can negate 1 with the Chariot, but... not ideal. Okay, so they've set a monster. And then... what else are we doing here, opponent? Alright, they're just going to pass the turn, alright. We will... Ooh, a Deprison is helpful. I'm going to summon up this Murmillo, and we'll try and get into whatever this is. If it's a returner, we can negate it. How much defense does returner have? 1400. Let's attack it with the Retiari and see what it is. Hopefully we don't take too much. It's a Krebons. It dies. You don't get to negate. Okay, cool. So we sorted that out. We attacked with the Murmillo. Yeah, they paid for the Krebons when they couldn't. So the Retiari kills it, and then they take 800 for the Murmillo, but they don't need to take another 800 because they already paid 800. We're just trying to keep things on the straight and narrow. There we go. Okay. So now it's tricky. Because they don't really have anything I want to... I mean, I could banish this Jinzo Returner, I guess. We'll put the Retiari back. I guess we just get a Laquari here. We just go for big guys. And maybe tag out the Murmillo for a Retiari. And just... banish the Jinzo Returner, I guess. But they're going to get that Future Fusion, which is scary. We'll just set the Deprison. We have a Chariot. We'll see what happens. So that... yeah, there we go. Future Fusion to hand. So what are they going to dump with the Future Fusion? I'm guessing just a whole bunch of stuff. Are they going to reveal? They are going to reveal Overdragon, yeah. So they just have to dump a Cyber Dragon and a bunch of machine monsters. So This is potentially very bad for us. So there's the Cyber Dragon. I'm guessing it's going to be at least Cyber Dragon, Jinzo Returner. Whoops, just bumped the camera. 3 Jinzos. There's a returner. Oh, it has to summon Jinzo from grave. And 2 returners. Sick. Okay, cool, sure. And then you're going to avarice them all away. So we're putting the Cyber Dragon back. I'm guessing we're putting the 2 returners back and the 2 Krebons. Oh no, we're putting Jinzo back. But you need Jinzo in your graveyard. Okay. Krebons. And Jinzo. Okay. Sure. Draw 2. So this Jinzo dies in their end phase. So they can kill one of our monsters currently. And then the Jinzo dies. This is interesting. It's not quite the blowout that I was expecting, because we had the Chariot for one of the returners, I suppose. We do still have the D-Prison as well. Obviously we can't use it while the Jinzo's on the field, but that's only going to be on the field till the end phase. They summon a returner, which they don't have a Jinzo engraved for now. Yep, we'll take 300 and lose our Laquari. Returner can't attack over the Retiari. Oh, limiter removal. Sure. So that goes to 48. So we take another 24. And then the Retiari dies. So they're just gonna lose both of these to the limiter removal anyway, and then the returner brings back the Jinzo, but it still dies. Yeah, but it dies. This is also a bit late. Yeah, okay, cool. This poor opponent. Ah, trap's done. Okay, well, I'm just going to set this trap stun and pass the turn, because I don't have a play right now. Unfortunately, having to have a lot of ruling discussions with this opponent around their deck. And they set a monster. Can we draw? Oof, a Book of Moon is not quite it. Well, we don't need to worry about heavy, so I'm just going to set it and pass. We are in a weird position. They're going to get their Chimera Tech, which is going to kill this monster. Future Fusion stays on field. Or does it kill all of their other cards? Well, then it dies. Right? I'm pretty sure that's how that works when you Future Fusion Chimera Tech over Dragon. Yeah. I forgot about that, so we're actually looking pretty good. They normal summon Gear Frame. Sure. No response to that. They search a fortress. Do they have another machine in hand? I will Book of Moon this because it's quite small, so we can attack over it with a Gladiator Beast if we draw one, which we don't. Okay, we can bottomless it again, I suppose. This is a very weird game. Definitely didn't play it properly at the start, but we are going okay. They have 3 in hand. One of them is a fortress, which we can deprison. We have a bottomless for the Gear Frame. It's not great, but I will bottomless it. They do kind of telegraph that they don't have anything by going straight to their battle phase. So they're just going to set a monster and pass. Samnite. If that's a Raikou, that's unfortunate, but I feel like we have to try it, right? Because if we don't, and they just flip the Raikou and they hit our D-Prison, that's not ideal either. They have used all 3 returners, so we don't need to worry about them milling a returner. Okay, screw it. Let's just summon out Samnite. Try and go to battle. Don't be Raikou, but it is Raikou. And they're going to kill the Samnite, sure. Yep. Then mill a Raikou, a Brain Control, and a Pot of Avarice. Okay. Well, we'll just pass the turn, I guess. Yeah, I think we had to do that because I need to keep this D-Prison around for when that fortress eventually comes down. They will eventually draw into a machine monster. They pass. Retiari, okay, we'll take it. Drawing some monsters now. Summon the Retiari. Yeah, we've got plenty of stuff to add back if we go to a quest, so I'm just gonna... Oh, okay, alright. They can see. There must have been... I mean... You have a fortress in hand, like that's not... I need to stop kicking my camera stand. That's not a terrible position to be in. But anyway, we're going second, so the Cyber Dragons are coming in. Probably the Smashing Grounds as well, because it's non-targeting removal for the fortress. Diddy Crow, pretty good for fortress and for like Jinzo and stuff, like chaining it to the Returner. Here, I think we'll take out the Jar, definitely. It's not so great going second anyway. We will drop a Dust Tornado. I don't think we need that. I don't think... In fact, let's drop both the Dust Tornadoes and the Starlight Road. Maybe we'll bring in the Brain Control as well. Probably drop the Dust Shoot and the Call. I think that's okay. Let's see how we go with that. Kind of wanted to take out the Trap Stun as well, but don't really have enough to bring in. So we're going to be going second again. We open MST, Prisma, D-Prison, Samnite, Prisma. Double Prisma opener. They're going to start with a Gear Frame. That's fine. Grab a Fortress. Are they going to summon it? Or they're just gonna... They are gonna summon it. They're gonna pitch Returner, summon Fortress, set 1, equip it. Yeah, it only stops it from being destroyed, right? Yes. Okay. Stratos. That's kind of unfortunate. Do I MST the set, or do I just try and summon Prisma? I think we just try and summon Prisma and bait out something. We can maybe dump a Laquari off it. No. Okay, they just quit. I guess maybe they were thinking we have Test Tiger, but either way I'll take it. So our rating goes up to 480. That was a weird match, man. Yeah, a bit of a head scratcher on that one, but okay, we'll take it. Let's get another. Alright, we got High Master Nate. And we're going to lose the Rock, Paper, Scissors again. Losing to Paper twice in a row, so we're probably going to go second again. Let's see what we can open up this time. We got D-Prison, Prisma, Chariot, Call, Compulse. A very nice going first hand. Okay. I am thinking maybe we need to cut down some of the traps, because when we go second it is quite a lot, but we'll see. They set a monster and pass the turn. We normal summon and we don't normal summon, we draw and a quest. Do we just summon out the Prisma and attack? If it's a Raikou, they can only pop the Prisma. We have the quest for follow-up. I don't hate it. We could also put a Laquari in the grave. I think we only do that if it survives. I don't want to give them the card knowledge just yet. So let's try and get in. Ah, it's a hamster. Okay. They're going to set a Raikou. Yeah. In that case, I kind of don't want to set any back row. We could set the Compulse and compulse the Raikou. So we could set the Compulse and the Chariot. In their draw phase, compulse the Raikou. And then we have the Chariot, so when it flips on our turn, we can Chariot it. Or when they flip it, we can Chariot it. Yeah, I don't hate it. Or we just set the compulse. We could just set the compulse. We don't actually have to set the chariot. Yeah. And then we can actually wait for them to activate it here now, because we can just chain the compulse to like the Prisma. See what they target. Targeting the back row. I'll chain it and bounce the Prisma. Mill Judgment, Deprison, and Sirocco. Ah, okay. So that's Vayu Turbo. Alright. I wonder if it was... Yeah, I don't think it was better to bounce the Raikou. It's possible to just not set the compulse and just let them pop the Prisma, but I think Prisma's okay to keep in hand. They normal summon Card Trooper. I'm guessing they're milling 3 off Card Trooper. They mill a Lure, Burial, Deprison, so 2 Deprisons gone already. I like that. There's some atrocious mills. And they're going to get in. I'll take it one at a time. See if they're going to attack with all of them. They are. Okay. We'll take all. Unfortunately, we don't have Gauls. That's a lot of small attack position monsters. They set one and pass the turn. We draw a trap stun, so we'll go standby and main. I think here... This is when it's destroyed. It's tempting to summon out the Equest, but if that's a bottomless, that's very, very bad. I think we have to try and summon the Prisma again and see. It is a bottomless. Okay, cool. Whoops. Let's click there. Okay. In that case, we probably just set the Deprison, set the trap stun. Do we want to set the chariot as well? Nah. I don't want to get heavy stormed for my life savings, so we're just going to pass the turn. We are going to take a chunk more damage, although I suspect they're going to put maybe the Raikou and the Hamster in defense. It kind of feels bad to deprison a Card Trooper. It's not really a problem card. Still have 5 cards in hand. They only have a Sirocco engrave. So we maybe save the deprison for a Blackwing Synchro. So they're going to mill a Super Nimble, a Caius, and a Vayu. So there's the Vayu. Pretty good for them. Let's see if they summon anything. They're going to MST, blind MST into the Deprison. Oh, that is very unfortunate. Blind MST into the Deprison. Alright, well we lose, unfortunately. Because they just bring out an Armed Wing. It's very greedy of them. Because if this is a Mirror Force, then that would be very detrimental to their health. It depends if they attack with everything or not. If they put like the Hamster in defense, we live, I think, because it's 1923. So that's 42. Yeah. Oh, they're going to summon Caius. Okay, now we lose. Yeah. Wow. Okay, blown out. Absolutely blown. Dark Armed as well? Jeez Louise. Alright, have some mercy. Blind MST. Every time. Okay. I'm gonna make them attack with everything. Just to fake a little Gauze action here. We haven't shown that we're playing GBs, although I guess they might be able to infer from that because it's a Prisma and a lot of back row, but Yeah, alright. We're out of there. So, going first. Okay. We want to bring in the trap stuns because oppression is a thing. We can probably take out the Starlight Road. We can probably take out the jar, honestly. I don't want to unbrick their hands. Compulse is pretty good here as well to deal with the Blackwing Synchros. Maybe Chariot as well. And then what do we drop? We know they're playing bottomless, so Call of the Haunted's maybe not quite as good. Maybe we don't want the third Chariot. Maybe we just do that. Yeah. Alright, let's try it. Let's try it. Hey, we get to start a game for the first time this episode. It's been a little while. We open Compulse, Chariot, Compulse, a Quest, Dust Tornado, Rescue Cat. Okay. I kind of want to summon the Quest and set 3. But we just absolutely get blown out by Heavy Storm. Let's summon the Quest, set Tornado, Chariot, because they don't have a monster big enough to get over a Quest. Oh, they have Greffa, but then they're going to use Greffa's effect anyway. And then we can use the Dust Tornado to set a Compulse if needed. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's see what they've got for us here. I go Standby is good. Main phase. Let's see what they got. I would happily take them setting a Raikou or a Hamster or something this time around because we have the Chariot for it. Set a monster. Set a back row. Pass the turn. Alright, let's Dust Tornado the back row. See what that is. Alright, it was a D-Prison, pretty good hit. And then we're going to set 1, put that in the grave, and draw for turn. Stratos. Now we could absolutely pop off with Rescue Cat. They don't have anything really worth banishing. We can't pop their monster. So what do we actually get? I don't actually think we need to cat here. I think better off to summon out Stratos. Just keep the cat till we can get more advantage. And let's declare Stratos effect and go grab a Prisma. So we have Chariot, Compulse. Not feeling the... Oh, okay. They just scoop. Alright, that's pretty quick. Opponents are scooping quickly, apparently. So, we're going second now. So we want the DD Crows, we want the Cyber Dragons. We potentially want the Smashing Grounds to hit Caius's and Big Blackwing Synchros. Maybe we want the Brain Control as well. Coming out, we want... I still want to keep... the Dust Shoot can come out. Still kind of want to keep 2 Trap Stuns. Maybe we want 1 less Prisma. Maybe a Cold Wave as well. Cold Wave seems okay. Ah, boy. Probably a Compulse. We didn't bring in the third Chariot in the end. We got 6 coming in, so we need 2 more. Okay, maybe we do drop a Trap Stun. And... maybe it is the Cold Wave. Alright, let's try it. We're always up for trying things, so they will be starting this one off. Let's see what we open for game 3. We got Book of Moon, Cyber Dragon, a Quest, Chariot, Solemn Judgment. That's okay. That's not a terrible hand. They're going to T-set and +1 and pass. Okay. We draw a Rescue Cat. That's pretty good. Standby phase. Do they have anything for us? No. Okay, we proceed to main. So I think we're always summoning out the Cyber Dragon, right? And see if this baits anything. Do we summon out the Cyber Dragon and just attack? If it's a Raikou, it gets popped. If it's a hamster, they get a Raikou. I think we just attack with the Cyber Dragon here. It's a hamster, so they get a Raikou. Main 2. Do we summon the Rescue Cat? We could summon Rescue Cat. The best thing we could do would be to pop a back row with Bestiari. But then we're leaving our Bestiari on the field, or it gets bottomless, which would be not ideal. I think we summon the Equest here and see what happens. See if they bottomless that. Otherwise we just set 3 pass. 1, 2, 3. Pass the turn. Blind MST into the Book of Moon. Nice. We'll take that, honestly. That's a pretty good trade. Have they got anything else to do in their phase? They got a Dust Tornado. We got a Compulse. Targeting the Equest. Okay. So they're making the read that we have a Chariot. Pretty smart. But we do also have a Judgment. Don't really want to use the Judgment on a Raikou, but we'll see what they target with it. You're good. No Dust Shoots here. We have a Cyber Dragon and a Dream. They have 4 in hand. Nothing of note in the graveyard, just a hamster. They're a Raikou set. We don't know any of the cards in hand. We, I guess, are kind of advertising a Chariot with the Equest. If they flip summon the Raikou and they target the Solemn, do we just negate it? Because then it puts them off Caius as well. If they target the Cyber Dragon... Screw it. I'll do it. Because it keeps them off something to tribute for Caius. And then they just play Brain Control and tribute our Cyber Dragon anyway. It's a big play. It's a risky play. It stops them from milling. Okay, they just T-set and pass. If that's another Raikou, then that's very upsetting. Do we think they drew into a bottomless? It's possible. They know we have the Equest, so I'm more inclined to summon that out. Yeah, let's summon out the Equest and see what happens. Torrential. Yeah, okay. I have nothing to say about that. Oh, Plague. Pretty good. I'm going to set this Smashing Ground as a bluff and pass the turn. So they now do have something they can special summon for a Caius play. Set a monster and pass the turn. Okay. We draw into Samnite. They still don't really... banishing the Plague Spreader would be kind of nice. We have a Chariot for if it's a flip effect. I think now is a good time to fire off this Rescue Cat. Go grab Samnite. Grab Test Tiger. We could attack with Samnite. Tag out. Oh, okay, yeah, they just quit. Alright, we increased by 11, so we go up to 491. We're getting there slowly. We might be able to cross 500 if we can get another. Let's find out. Alright, next match. John Paul Pysick, I guess. Finally, we win a rock, paper, scissors. We've gone rock all day today. Can't talk for some reason. So we are going to go first. We open Laquari, Book of Moon, Mirror Force, Prisma, Dust Tornado. Okay, we'll hit him. Oh, and we draw for turn, of course. Heavy Storm. I've been playing too much Modern. A little bit of Dueling Book lag. Standby. Main phase. I feel like I just want to summon the Prisma. Maybe set the Book of Moon. Just try and keep this Heavy Storm online. Yeah, why not? Make him think we're playing pure heroes. Yeah, that game 1 versus Vayu Turbo might have gone in our favor because they didn't know we were playing Gladiator Beasts, but we'll see. Well, we saw already, I guess. Yeah, I can't talk today. They go into main phase, that's fine. We don't have a dust shoot for them. They're going to Solar Recharge, pitching Raikou for cost. You love to see them pitch a Raikou. So is this going to be Lightsworn? They mill Solar Recharge and Celestia. Okay. So they're now on 2 names. They're going to Heavy Storm. Yeah, I'm just going to let the Book of Moon die. So our Heavy Storm not looking so good now. Gold Sark for a JD, I'm guessing. Yeah. Okay. I'm guessing maybe they set another Raikou. Oh, they've got a Jane. Okay. Jane goes up to 21, so we take 400. They are going to set one, so we do... Oh, set 2. I'm guessing one of those is going to be a Threatening Roar. Mill and Honest, and a Gauze. Okay, they're milling their hand traps. Great news. Oh, Test Tiger. Fantastic draw. We're always just ripping off this Heavy Storm for the possible +1. Because you don't play Starlight Road and Lightsworn. They are going to chain Beckoning Light and Needlebug Nest. So they're going to mill 5. Yep, that's fine. They get a wolf. 2 wolves! And a Necro Gardener. Okay. And then Beckoning Light. And they get to add an Honest back and special out 2 wolves. Okay. Sure. Well now. This is interesting to say the least. Kind of tempted to set Mirror Force Dust Tornado. Because they're not getting the Judgment Dragon yet, and they've got the Necro Gardener. They are already on 4 names engrave. I'm just going to set 2, not show them what we're playing, pass the turn. So we know they have Honest and an Unknown in hand. Summon out Arcus. Yep. That still loses to Mirror Force. Please get them out of here. +3 on the Mirror Force. Problem is JD next turn. Alright, let's draw. We draw into an Quest. If we try and attack... So the problem here is we kind of need to keep the Test Tiger for the JD. If we summon out something, we attack, they just Necro Gardener. So I think we just try and summon a Quest and go to battle and see if they Necro Gardener it. They're always going to Necro Gardener this. Yeah, okay, cool. Pass the turn. Because we have now a way to handle the JD. So they have JD, Honest, and an Unknown. If it's a second JD, it's very unfortunate. I feel like they have to blow the field. Wow, it depends, right? They may not want to blow the field if they make the read that the Dust Tornado is a chariot, but they are going to. Sure. You got it. Do you have another monster to summon? You have an Aaron. Okay. We take 16, and we take 3k. Mill 3 off Aaron. Another wolf. Gosh. They are loving milling their wolves. Oh, and then 4 for Judgment Dragon. Okay, now it's slightly problematic because they have the Honest in hand. Huh. So their other Judgment Dragon is in the graveyard at least. We know they have Honest. Book of Moon. Okay, standby main. So we summon out Laquari. Is Honest just attack? That monster gains attack. Okay, so the Book of Moon lets us get around one of these as well. We summon out Laquari. We Book of Moon a wolf. Or an Aaron. Probably the Aaron. Attack over it. Tag out for Murmillo, pop the Judgment Dragon, Special Tiger, pop the Wolf. Because we can tag Murmillo for Murmillo. Yeah, I think that's fine. Normal summon Laquari. Activate Book of Moon on Aaron. Battle phase, get in. I'm just trying to remove all of their light monsters from the field because of Honest. Declare Laquari. Go grab. The problem is Honest can attack over Murmillo, which is really sad, but declare, pop Judgment Dragon. Main 2. Are there any better options? Not really. Special Test Tiger. I'm just trying to think. Is there any point in adding back? Not really. Declare. Merm for Merm. Declare, pop the wolf. Pass the turn. We lose to Honest. But I feel like our top decks are better than theirs at this point. I could be wrong. Lila's a pretty good top deck. Yeah, Lila is a very good top deck. But they are kind of in deck out range. They mill a Plague. Test Tiger. The thing is, if they summon the Honest, they don't have game. Let's see how many. So their Aaron is gone. 2 Janes are gone. Celestia is gone. Gareth is gone. Because what I'm looking for is what can they draw that's big enough to kill us. If they make the play to stack whatever they draw for Plague, summon Honest, then they can kill us. So we do have to set the Test Tiger, unfortunately. That's a shame. Oh no. Okay, yep, pretty good draw there. Heal Monster Reincarnation for Judgment Dragon. Use its effect. Yep. Pop the field attack for exactly 3k. Yeah, nice. Alright, that was a tough one. Yeah, some pretty crazy mills with all those wolves that really kept us like having to overextend more than we wanted to. Okay, Morphing Jar comes out. What comes in is the question. Trap Hole is kind of interesting. I think Chariot is probably pretty good here. Starlight Road, obviously. Compulse, because we want chainable stuff. The Dust Tornadoes can definitely come out. Probably the Cold Wave, the Heavy. Maybe we'll keep in the MST. Trap Stun can stay in, because if you stun their Beckoning Light, Needlebug Nest kind of shenanigans. Bring in the DD Crow. Bring in the Smashing Grounds, I guess. Maybe, maybe we drop a D Prison. Maybe we drop the Mirror Force. Mirror Force was so good. Maybe we do just drop the Trap Stun. Okay. Let's try that. We will go first this time. Lightsworn is a pretty good deck in Edison still. So we open Stratos, Retiari, Compulse, Samnite, Test Tiger, Rescue Cat. We draw the Rescue Cat as well as the Rescue Cat material. I'm just going to summon out Stratos here. Oops. I wanted to click Declare there. Go grab a Prisma. And we'll set the Compulse. And pass the turn. Pretty interesting hand. Let's see what they can do about it. Gold Sark. Yep, for JD. That is fine. We have nothing to say about that. Gold Sarking for Solar Recharge. Okay. Is their hand a bit bricked up? Set 1, pass the turn. Alright. I know a Raikou when I see it. Stay my main. We could just get some bodies in rotation here. I don't feel the need to use the Rescue Cat yet. We could Compulse that. Because we have the Chariot now. Summon the Retiari. Tag out for a Laquari. We'll summon the Samnite. It's more damage and it puts another beast back in deck in case we need it. Are we going to attack into a hand trap here? Take the 16. Are you going to take the 18? No Fader, although I think we would have seen the Fader. Okay, there's the Gauze. We can clean that up. Let's declare Samnite. Go for Murmillo. And pop the Gauze. Then we could Test Tiger the Murmillo out for either itself and pop the token, or we just tag it out for a big Laquari. So the token can't attack over it because the token's 1800. I think that's probably the better play. Because it leaves us with a Laquari on field, not a Murmillo on field, which they can just attack over. Okay, well they're disconnected, so we win. Our rating goes up by 17 and we have crossed 500. We are officially over halfway there. Our rating increases by 17, so we go to 508. Really, it was interesting. I think we were in a pretty strong position there, because we can wipe the Gauze and we don't really care about the token. We know they have probably a Raikou in hand. I guess it could have been a Necrogarden or a Plague, maybe. But because they also Gold Sarked for a Solar Recharge, I'm feeling that the hand was pretty bricky. We had a War Chariot for the Raikou. yeah, I think we're in a pretty good spot. But anywho, that is going to do us for today's episode. 3 wins. I think that might be the first episode where we have gotten 3 wins. Although I don't know if you can quite count this last one as a win. It was a bit more of a disconnect. But the first 2 definitely were solid wins. The opponent actually admitted defeat. But there we have it. So we are over halfway. I was not liking our chances of getting to 1,000, but let's see how close we can get. But for now, I will sign off and I'll see you in the next episode. A massive shout out to Riv, our first channel member. It's crazy to me that I have channel members now. If you want to be like Riv and support the channel in the most incredible way, check out that join button down below. Otherwise, just keep on doing what you're doing and I'll see you in the next video.